Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're so excited to have you here with us today. Whether you're a frequent flyer or someone who's just curious about the ins and outs of air travel, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Your support helps us bring you more great content, and we really appreciate it. Today we're talking about all the things you can't do on an airplane. Air travel comes with its own set of rules and regulations, some of which might surprise you. From the moment you step into the airport to the time you land at your destination, there are guidelines that every passenger must follow. We've all been there, stuck on a long flight and wondered, can I just order a pizza to my seat? Or maybe you've thought about bringing your own snacks and drinks on board. While some things are allowed, others are strictly prohibited. The answer sadly is no. You can't have a pizza delivered to your seat, and there are many other restrictions that might catch you off guard. But don't worry, we're here to guide you through it all. But there are a lot of other things you can't do on a plane that are a little less obvious. For instance, did you know that using certain electronic devices during takeoff and landing is a no-go? Or that there are specific rules about where and when you can use the restroom? So buckle up, put your tray table in the upright position, and get ready to learn about 10 things you definitely can't do on an airplane. From safety protocols to comfort tips, we've got you covered. Let's dive in and make your next flight a smooth and enjoyable experience. Alright, let's start with the most obvious one, smoking. It's a habit that many people have, but when it comes to airplanes, it's a whole different ballgame. You know how people say smoking will kill you? Well, on an airplane, it might not just be your health at risk. It might get you a one-way ticket to a jail cell. That's right, smoking on an airplane is not just frowned upon, it's a serious crime. Seriously folks, smoking on a plane is a federal offense. The no smoking signs aren't just for show, they're backed by law. Back in the day, they used to have smoking and non-smoking sections on planes, like it was some kind of restaurant. It seems almost unbelievable now, but that was the reality. Can you imagine that? Sitting next to someone puffing away on a cigarette for 6 hours? The air would be thick with smoke, and you'd be trapped in a metal tube with no escape. These days, planes have smoke detectors that are more sensitive than my Uncle Sal after a bad burrito. They're designed to catch even the smallest whiff of smoke. One puff, and you'll have the whole cabin lighting up like a Christmas tree. The alarms will go off, the crew will be alerted, and you'll be in a world of trouble. The pilot might even have to make an emergency landing, and trust me, no one wants to be the reason for that. It's not just about the inconvenience, it's about safety. Other passengers will be annoyed, and the flight attendants will have to deal with the chaos. It's a situation that can easily be avoided by simply not lighting up. So next time you're on a plane and feel the urge to smoke, remember the consequences. It's not worth the risk to your freedom or the safety of everyone on board. You could end up being greeted by law enforcement officers as soon as you land. And that's not the kind of welcome anyone wants. In the end, it's simple. Light up and get locked up. It's just not worth it. Keep the skies safe and smoke-free. You know that little button on your phone that says airplane mode? Yeah, that's not there for decoration. When the flight attendants tell you to turn off your electronics or put them in airplane mode, they're not messing around. It's all about safety, people. Apparently those radio waves from your phone can interfere with the plane's navigation system, and nobody wants to end up in Cleveland instead of Cancun because you just had to send one more text. Okay, listen up, because this one's a doozy. You know how much I love a good bottle of shampoo? Well, good luck getting that full-size bottle of Head & Shoulders past airport security. The TSA has this thing called the 311 rule, 3.4 ounces of liquid per container, in a 1-quart bag, 1 bag per passenger, and don't even think about sneaking in a bottle of water. You'll get stopped faster than a Kardashian at a discount shoe store. Chapter 4. Turbulence. Not the time for a conga line. We've all been there, folks. You're cruising at 30,000 feet, enjoying a nice ginger ale, when suddenly the plane starts shaking like a shopping cart with a wobbly wheel. That's turbulence, my friends, and it's the universal sign to buckle up and stay put. When the seatbelt sign is on, it's not a suggestion, it's the law. You start walking around during turbulence, and you might just end up doing an accidental somersault down the aisle. Chapter 5. Leave the fireworks at home. This one should go without saying, but apparently some people need a reminder. You can't bring weapons on a plane. And no, I'm not just talking about guns and knives. We're talking fireworks, explosives, even those super realistic looking water guns your nephew loves. Airport security takes this stuff seriously. And so should you. Leave the dangerous toys at home, and nobody gets hurt. Chapter 6. Don't mess with the flight attendants. Let's be real, folks. Flight attendants are the real heroes of the sky. They're not just there to serve you drinks and pretzels. They're trained professionals who know how to handle everything from a medical emergency to a screaming toddler. So, when they tell you to do something, you listen. Think of it like this: they're like the teachers of the sky, and nobody wants detention at 30,000 feet. Chapter 7. Bathroom break? Not so fast, we've all been there. You're bursting for a bathroom break, but the seatbelt sign is on. It's the worst, right? But there's a good reason for it. During takeoff and landing, everyone needs to be seated with their seatbelts fastened. It's all about safety, people, so next time you're feeling the urge to go, try to time it right. Chapter 8. Fido needs a passport too. Listen, I love our furry friends as much as the next guy, but flying with pets is no walk in the park. First of all, you can't just bring your pet on board without proper documentation. Airlines have rules and regulations about traveling with animals, and you need to make sure your pet meets all the requirements. Trust me, the last thing you want is to get to the airport and find out your furry friend is grounded. Chapter 9. Easy on the mini bottles. I know those mini bottles of booze are practically begging to be consumed. But here's the thing, you're not at an all-you-can-drink buffet. Airlines have strict rules about alcohol consumption on flights, and for good reason. Nobody wants to deal with a drunk passenger at 30,000 feet, so enjoy a drink or two, but keep it classy. Chapter 10. The aisle is not your personal runway. Alright, last but not least, let's talk about aisle etiquette. The aisle is not your personal runway, your yoga studio, or your storage locker. It's a pathway for people to get to their seats and for flight attendants to do their jobs. So keep your bags out of the aisle, your feet on the floor, and let's all try to get to our destinations without a game of human Frogger. Outrow, thanks for flying with us. We hope you enjoyed this journey through the skies with us. Whether you're a frequent flyer or someone who only takes to the air occasionally, we appreciate you choosing to spend your time with us. Flying can be an adventure, a necessity, or sometimes just a means to an end, but no matter the reason, we're glad to have you on board. So there you have it, folks. 10 things you definitely can't do on an airplane. From smoking to using certain electronic devices, the rules are there to keep everyone safe and ensure a smooth flight. It's always good to be aware of these regulations, even if they sometimes seem a bit strict. After all, safety is the top priority when you're thousands of feet in the air. I know, flying can be a real drag sometimes. The cramped seats, the long security lines, the waiting around, it can all add up to a less than pleasant experience. But let's not forget the magic of flight. You're traveling at incredible speeds, high above the earth, getting to your destination in a fraction of the time it would take by any other means. But hey, at least it's not like the old days when you had to worry about getting eaten by a pterodactyl. Imagine trying to make it across the country with prehistoric creatures lurking around every corner. Modern air travel might have its inconveniences, but it's a far cry from the perils of ancient times. So next time you're crammed into that middle seat, just remember it could be worse. You could be stuck in a never-ending traffic jam or dealing with the discomforts of old-fashioned travel methods. Airplanes might not be perfect, but they sure beat the alternatives. You could be stuck on a tarmac somewhere with a bunch of pigeons. Thanks for watching. We hope you found this video both entertaining and informative. If you have any travel tips or funny airplane stories, feel free to share them in the comments below. We love hearing from our viewers and learning about your experiences. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more hilarious and informative videos. Your support helps us keep creating content that you enjoy. Plus, by subscribing, you'll never miss out on our latest uploads. We have a lot of exciting videos planned, so stay tuned. Until next time, this is your old pal Jimmy Kimmel, reminding you to always fly safe and never ever try to order a pizza to your seat. It's been a pleasure having you with us, and we look forward to seeing you on our next adventure. Safe travels, everyone.